Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the sportiest stream. Hopefully, you're all doing well. It's nice to see you all, and I hope everybody is having a good evening here. Welcome to Cross Progression League Action. We've been out. We have not been live for a good couple of days. I apologize to all of you. It's been very, very busy with the Ascent Tournament series, with tournaments, with me being on vacation not too long ago. Fortunately, though, we're all back, so hopefully we'll get things underway once again. Yeah, it's great to be back with Rocket League action here on this stream, and hopefully we'll be live a little bit more often in the next coming weeks, obviously, as we kind of go through the month of August. But yeah, we're gonna have a great night here, some great action here. This is part of the Diamond 3 and Below division, or D3 minus division, actually, as they're officially known as, but this is NES, Nebula Esports Space Eggs versus TBD, to be determined generational talent. TBD are 0-3 right now. They're the lowest rated team right now in the division. The only one who has not won yet this season, as we are now firmly through week 4. Other side, NES Space Eggs will be on the other side of the field. This team, actually, we've seen this team a couple times before. We've seen this team before. I don't know how many times we've seen it before in 3v3, but we have seen this team before in NES Space Eggs. Although this obviously is a bit new for us, 3v3. I'm sure we've seen it before in 3v3, but this team is slightly different than what it once was. Sinister Eggs, Soul, and Fifth Phase are still there, but they've added in Papes and Sahandor onto this roster. They're right now 2-1. The regular season, having swept or been swept in every match they've played so far. On the side, TBD have been able to take a game off of every single opponent they played, although of course, as I mentioned, have not won yet this season. They're looking for a first for themselves, a first win. On the other side, Sinister Eggs looking to... Sinister Space Eggs, not Sinister Eggs, that's their captain. Space Eggs looking to keep themselves at the top of the group right now. There are multiple teams in this group with 2 wins or 1 win that are all right next to each other. NES Space Eggs, if they can win this thing, they are currently the highest team by game differential of +3. If they can win this thing, which they have a good chance of doing so, they'll almost certainly guarantee that that second seed spot. And seeding does matter. That's only the top 6 in this division will make it out. So the pressure is on to perform. I mean, if you're any of these teams, you got to make sure you perform here in this matchup, because again, by the end of the season, only the top 6 will get that spot. Meaning, if you fall off by the end of the season, there is no one left to save you. Again, NES Space Eggs, part of Nebula Esports, TBD, generational talent, part of To Be Determined. Hello, JD Mayo. Nice seeing you. And we're gonna have a great match this evening with some fun teams playing as well. Now, I know TBD is in the lobby. We'll be waiting a little bit longer to see if NES joins as well. They should be here any moment. I'm sure they're probably doing warm-ups. Or maybe not, who knows, maybe they're just late. That does happen sometimes. For now, though, we'll just have to wait and see. As things will get underway momentarily. Again, give it a little bit of time. We should get things underway in a few moments here. But again, NES have not shown up yet. I think they, again, are running late. Fortunately, this is the only match this evening that we have, so we're in no rush. We're in no rush to go anywhere. Which is a good sign, at least for us. That means we can wait a little bit longer for this series. Again, let's give it a little bit of time, we'll again get answers to you all as soon as we can. And apologies on the amount of waiting we have to do here. Never fun to have to wait this much, but it does happen from time to time. So yeah, we'll have to just wait a little bit longer here. But again, when we get an answer, we'll make sure all of you know about it. As I think space eggs actually are now here. No, they're not. TBD got, by the way, they have Bandit, J-Caps, and Fog. Who's Fog? On TBD. That must be Worst Glider. Must be Worst Glider. We'll just ask a little bit. I'm sure they'll give me a pretty quick answer that it's probably Worst Glider. But again, we'll wait a little bit longer here. Seems like NES Space Eggs are going to have a much later showing than we expected. It does happen. But again, you know, I don't like waiting, but we have to. So, we'll wait a little bit longer. We should get things going soon. Hopefully all of you in chat are having a good time. As well, this Cross Percussion League season has been incredible so far. Sure, it's only going to get better as the action continues. But again, as soon as we get updates, we will make sure all of you know. Again, seems like we're having some issues here with getting everybody in the lobby. No, there they are. Well, we were waiting a little bit here, but NES Space Eggs have just joined, so we are good to get things underway here. As they bring in Pop A's, Fifth Ace, and Sinister Eggs. Again, I just gotta make sure real quick we know who Fog is. I'm almost certain Fog is Worst Glider, but just gonna make sure I get confirmation real quick. As again, this could be an interesting position to be in, but again, give me a moment while we hopefully get an answer here on who Fog is. I don't know who that is. Again, I assume that it might be Worst Glider. That's the only player it can be. Unless they've added a player to their roster, which, if they have, I have not been told about that, so that would be a shock to me if that was a player that was added to their team. Love, though, being given the cold shoulder so far. I have to assume that's Worst Glider, who goes by Fog. It's the only player it can be. If anybody in there actually is from TBD and knows, let me know, but already 5 minutes late. I still haven't gotten an answer from them. But I think we'll just let things go. I'm assuming that, again, that is Worst Glider. I haven't gotten an answer from them, but assuming that's Worst Glider, we'll just get things underway here. Hopefully. There they go. In goes NES Space Eggs. Hopefully following them will be TBD. Generational Talent. As yet, we got confirmation. It is Worst Glider. Perfect. That is Worst Glider, by the way, who goes by Fog. So, at least we got an answer from Worst Glider themselves, actually. So, thank you, Worst Glider. Now there is no confusion on who that is. But hopefully we'll get them in. It seems like TBD might be having some issues here. And we just got a player disconnect. Oh, perfect. I'm so sorry, everybody. I promise this is not just because of me waiting. We are having a disconnect issue, it seems like. Oh, it's been resolved. Hopefully we'll get them back in. Sorry about that, everyone. As I actually have no clue what's happening around here, but we'll hopefully get everybody in the lobby. And actually getting things to start. I'm going to assume that they might be on console. This is bad timing. Let me go tell these teams to actually join in. I might tell them through a message. This is a first for me. This is a first for me. I haven't done this in a while. There we go. There we go. Thank goodness everybody's actually here, I guess, or is trying to be here. Oh my goodness. We still don't have everybody, it seems like, in the lobby. There we go. Hopefully. Yes, there we go. Everybody's actually on the same page here. We'll get things underway in just a moment. For this best of 5, my goodness, we've been waiting, but we're here, and my overlay's already incorrect. One moment, everybody. This is a best of 5, not a best of 7. It is part of the D3 minus division, as it is NES Space Aches, who are 2-1 on the blue. TBD Generational Town on the orange, and already a goal's gone in by Papes, as NES will start things off. Everybody kind of committed to offense. But hey, if it works, it works, I guess. We've been waiting long enough for this game. We'll get things started in. NES already with a goal. "11 seconds in. As cleared away, Sinister Eggs will send this one downfield. A bit of an awkward touch. That's gone in front of the net, and Biface gets it. Well, it's a second goal for Nebula Esports. It's another double commit. Actually leading them on offense. It's not a good sign, but it somehow works as Biface. I don't know if they saw that read coming, but they somehow fell in front, had the presence of mind to get in front of the net for that shot. And already 2 goals for Nebula Esports. Make that 3 now. Well, this game's gotten off to a quick start. As multiple flying in for Nebula Esports. Again, they're a team that has either swept or been swept by their opponents, so they're definitely in a good position to win this matchup quite one-sidedly, but again, TBD have done very well this season to keep matches close, even if they haven't won. They've kept matches close against all opponents they've played so far. See if tonight will be any different, as it will be an answer from JCaps. TBD with their first of the night is way too much room given here to Bandits, who really just sets the throat in front of the net and watches Fifth Face, who is already not in the right position to begin with the challenge, isn't in the right position to save either. As the offense will look to continue here as Sinister Eggs. The sidewall will get the challenge in front, and he has Space Eggs trying to create some havoc. Off the sidewall, they missed it. That's going to be a big opening. As in front of the net, pass there, missed by the worst glider. Follow-up touch will be wide of the net. TBD doing really well to get early shots on these offensive chances, and NES is not doing a great job of getting that ball out of their half. But shots and chances definitely falling through. I think it's a matter of time before TBD hit a couple of these, take a lead that will be insurmountable for their opponents. Papes to the sidewall. Cleared away by Worst Glider as Bandit. Worst Glider, who doesn't get the touch on this one, will be a play for Fifth Face. Offense continuing, will be an awkward bounce. Worst Glider is ready for it though. This one will be pinched away. As in front of the midfield line. TBD, this is where they're strongest, but that play will fall aside for them here as Fairface in front will be just wide. It's a play that actually got shot off the post. And yes, another double commit on that play on offense. Gotta be careful about that. That is not something that's going to work in your favor for this series. As in front of the net, Worst Glider will get the second. And yeah, SpaceX have had a real issue tonight with getting that ball out of their half. And defensively, this has been an absolute tragedy for them so far. It has been ugly. It has been poor. In front of their net, they have just not looked comfortable against the TBD side that recognizes as such. And that early lead for NES is quickly falling away from them. As TBD, Generational Talent, looking for their first series victory of the season. As Fairface, that's actually on target. Great half flip from Bandit to get there. As pinched away will be for Worst Glider, who just sends it at net. Who had a lot more time to think about that. As Bandit, shot, score, left right in front for the taking. And again, Nebula Esports just careless. That is not a touch that Fairface can make there. Because it leaves itself right in front of the net for a shot. Stanley Putty's putting his teammates out to dry. And it's a tied game, and SpaceX really have to look at themselves here. This has not been a strong defensive performance. It's one that ultimately is going to be their undoing unless they turn things around. Is in front. Cleared away is actually nobody back here for NES. They are racing to get to the ball. As bumped ahead. Bandit. Ooh, Fifth Ace got bumped there. A little bit of fortune for TBD, and they're going to use that to go downfield. Play still there for NES. They won't get out, though. Midfield has been an issue all night as, oh, bit of a miscommunication, and Worst Glider is going to take the net. Huge miscommunication. Fairface must have called off that play from Popeyes, because, I mean, that is an easy touch, one that he was lined up to take, but clearly jumped out of the way expecting another player to go for it. Big miscommunication. And again, the defense for NES is going to be their biggest issue tonight. It's been the reason why they are losing in this game. Now with very little time to go, they've got to get an answer as shots save away. It'll be Fifth Ace. Bandits. Save away by Popeyes. Bandit again, challenged by Sinister Eggs. This one will be a wide open net, and the Worst Glider takes it to the midfield. Has fallen apart this tonight here in game one. Everybody pushing up, somebody's got to cover the net, and somebody's got to be Popeyes, who is really in the middle of nowhere in that play. But we're off to go get boost initially, and that turn up field just way too hopeful. With so much time still to go, you cannot take a risk like that. At this point in the game, because now it's only gotten worse for NES's infield pass will be Fifth Ace, who really struggles to handle this one. Cleared away by Popeyes, who won't hit the net, but can set things up as Worst Glider. A bit awkward here, but J-Caps has it. We'll get around one. Still J-Caps, who has a net in front. Sinister Eggs will push out the challenge. And NES low on time. Got to make something happen. As what on earth was that? What a touch! As J-Caps will go off the back wall. My goodness, that was not expected at this level. I don't think that was what they were looking for. I think they were looking for just a control touch off the back wall, but either way it works is Bandit. Challenged by Sinister Eggs will be Worst Glider to keep things going. Generational Talents will rush in front, but NES Space Eggs waiting will just have to watch for time as play towards target. J-Caps will save, and this will be game one for TBD, Generational Talents. Defensively, it was a mess for NES Space Eggs. Midfield-wise, they could not win a challenge. In front of their net, they looked completely out of position more times than not. Defensively, they're going to need to fix things, because that was not a pretty performance for NES Space Eggs. As we're getting a call for a server reset here, so we're going to quickly reset the servers for these teams to join back in eventually. So we're going to call for a lobby reset. We're going to get this sorted out right now as we head into game number 2. And we'll keep things going as tonight continues, but TBD Generational Talent have so far taken the first game and really using their confidence within the net, knowing that at least they've recognized, I think, that Nebula Esports Space Eggs do not look comfortable in front of their goal. That is definitely something to look out for here. So we'll be a little bit longer here to get these players in the lobby, but Generational Talent have started off with a Game 1 victory. And considering where this team is right now in their season, they need some wins. We're nearing the end of the season. There's only 3 matches left. It's a 7-week season, actually, I believe. They actually have 4 matches left then. Yeah, this is their 4th match of the season. They have 4 matches to go in this season. They gotta start getting wins soon, or else they're gonna be in real trouble of being eliminated before the final bracket. So they're in real trouble. They gotta start getting wins soon. This is a tough team to do it against, but if they can play like they did in Game 1, it would be a huge victory for themselves. And maybe the start that they need. They haven't won yet this season. It could be the start that they're looking for in the season in getting wins. So for now, that is Game 1 for TBD, Generational Talent. Apologies for these delays, by the way. We did have a call for a lobby reset. We're hoping that these teams are able to join back in. As we'll wait a little bit longer, but this is going to cut into the technical timeout time that this NES SpaceX team does have. They apparently had a crash, so we're going to wait a little bit longer for them here. But they should be here any moment. They have 1 player in the lobby. As soon as we get the other 2, we'll go into game number 2 in the series and keep things moving, as there they are. Seems like, again, the technical issues have, at least for now, subsided. So let's go to game number 2, everybody. And let's keep the fun going here as TBD Generational Talent looking for their first win of the season. With how they looked in game 1, they clearly have more confidence than SpaceX do right now in their abilities. As well, that's a bit of a whiff there from J-Caps. Will be Popeyes to keep it alive as good across. Sinister Eggs is waiting as thank you for the follow there, by the way, Milo on RL. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Spotty stream. Welcome to the Cross Progression League. This is the D3-. This is the Diamond 3 and below. With NES SpaceX versus TBD, Generational Talent, looking for their first win of the season, and they're 1 game away from 1 game closer to doing so. As that is off the back wall, man. It's gonna hit that second touch, but now for Generational Talent, is looking to play in front. NES SpaceX again do not look comfortable. Generational Talent are definitely making some pretty incredible touches in front of that net. As a play shot, oh, he missed it! It went right in front of the goal. TBD Generational Talent will take the first of game 2. They haven't not missed, that's for certain. And Sinister Eggs, who was in the right place on the goal line, panicked, expecting, I think, more power on it. Jumped early, just couldn't correct himself. And TBD take the first goal as... Oh, no way, he's gonna fall on this one! Sinister Eggs looking for an answer, as here goes 5th face, or at least should go 5th face. Popeyes will follow. Maybe a chance to shoot as this one will be cleared away by the Worst Glider, who, by the way, has the in-game name of Fog Pandit. Dribble will go for the play in front. J-Caps has it. And TBD will happily take another one here. As fifth ace. Maybe a chance to shoot here. They haven't had much offense since the beginning of game one. Now they got a chance, and he's been bumped into it! Well, you know what? It works! They're not complaining here. Fifth ace. Well, it was a little awkward, but he'll be bumped into it by his own teammates. And that's a goal back for NES Space Eggs, who will be more than happy with that one, working in their favor. Not had much offense to speak of since the beginning of game one. That is a big goal for this team, as fifth ace. Bandits will be J-Caps, who tries to keep things moving. Challenged by Sinister. Bandits. Oh, fifth ace, gotta be careful! That's gonna pinch in! Bandit was just chasing it down, but it will work for TBD Generational Talent. A little bit of fortune there. He's shooting it off a defender like that, but the way that they've been playing, I think that's a goal that actually is well-deserved for this team. They've been playing so consistently. Still not done, as in front of the net they go. Sinister Eggs missed on it. Worst Glider, I think, was expecting that touch, or at the very least just couldn't make the touch of their own. Thankfully for NES Space Eggs, who definitely need everything to go in their favor from now on, as Popeyes stopped by J-Caps. Sinister Eggs. J-Caps again. Worst Glider. Towards the nets will be kept out as an overcommit for TBD. And here goes Sinister Eggs. To the corner. In front. Popeyes. Oh, he missed on it. A big chance that could have gone in. It still goes in. Off the rebound. Sometimes you gotta be lucky to get good. This is one of those times. Generational Talent have definitely overcommitted their fair share of times tonight. This is another such occasion. And this one will hurt them, as that one bounding off the sidewall caroms to the goal. And no one is there to stop it. It's fifth ace. Popeyes. Fifth ace. Surely it's another. And it is 3-3. That'll be huge for this team. A goal well-deserved for NES Space Eggs and their hopeful return to form. But tied game. Can't deny what Generational Talent have done so far, and what they absolutely can do in the future, as the offense will slow down for now. Generational Talent have some plays upfield. Fifth ace. A little awkward there. Will be Sinister Eggs to save. Cleared away. Oh, and a miss there by the Worst Glider, but and it gets to it, and he'll just clear this one out. Oh, I don't know what fifth ace is doing. That's a awkward looking recovery. And fifth ace. Oh, he missed on it. Bandit. Surely this is in. And it will be a big miss up the back wall. And Generational Talent will take the lead late here, as and fifth ace just missed on it. And with the way they've been shooting tonight, Generational Talent are not missing from that range. As the offense now for Space Eggs needs to find another. Popeyes. No one there to support him, and actually everybody's waiting back. A lot of room given here. And TBD will take their chance. That's on off, just off the crossbar. Popeyes will keep it out. Follow-up touch. In front of the net says fifth ace. Won't have this one. TBD still on it though, and with a minute to go, all they gotta do is keep this possession going. Fifth ace. Doesn't have enough to challenge. It is for Bandits. Oh, Sinister Eggs missed. TBD, pinched in front, aren't there to challenge as this one will be sent to the sidewall and away from danger. Popeyes can't challenge. NES Space Eggs flailing right now just to go anywhere. As Sinister Eggs, that's in front of his own nets. Popeyes will get to it. Could have been the deciding play there in front of that net. A big block here for NES, but they gotta get out of defense. They are still a goal down. As Bandit clears it back away. Off the corner. Fifth Ace can't win that challenge. Sinister Eggs is waiting as this one will be sent towards the nets. Popeyes will block, but NES Space Eggs have not been able to break out of defense. It's been the story of their night so far. They cannot. They have these moments where they can score, and then they have other moments where they can't seem to get out of their own half of the field. And TBD, Generational Talent, are up 2-0 in this series, are one win away from their first victory, series victory of the season. And this late in the season as well, midpoint of the season, with where they are in that grouping, they need wins now more than ever. This could be huge for them. As we're getting another call for a lobby reset, seems like there are those technical issues are still continuing here for NES Space Eggs. So hopefully this will be the last of the server resets. As we'll go into game number 3. Eventually. But for TBD, I love that confidence that they're bringing into this series. It really shows. And if they are able to stay confident, stay composed, I expect them to keep themselves under control. As we get everybody in the lobby again here for will be Game 3 TBD Generational Talent are on the cusp of winning a series this season. And for NES Space Eggs, a team that again has either swept or been swept, that storyline could continue for them here if TBD Generational Talent just take this one last game. The fortunate thing is, they're in a very good position. They have 3 chances now to win the series. If needed, they may only need 1. But we'll see how things go for them here. TBD, to be determined, Generational Talent are 1 win away. In game number 3, this is their opportunity to take the series in a sweep. You can't deny what they've been able to do so far. Now it's about being able to finish the job here against NES Space Eggs, and already looking to get it off to a good start there on offense early, but it won't stay like that way for very long as Bandit, Popeyes will be cleared away as this one up the sidewall. Bandit will send it away here as Sinister Eggs off the corner. Play in front of the net, that's gone off the front post. Bandit will be there as J-Caps will chip this one in front. Bandit. Bouncing ball will be a play that J-Caps could go for, but they're not paying attention at all. They've left the field of play, and they have given NES Space Eggs offense. Play in front of the net. Surely this goes in, and a wheel from Fifth Ace. J-Caps did not pay at all any attention to what was in front of them. No awareness of the field, and that is just the kind of room you cannot give to your opponents. As Bandit and TBD 1 by 1 early, but looking to stay that way forever here. That's a nice flick. Actually, will Fifth Ace too, who really can't make much of this play, will at the very least allow Sinister Eggs to challenge. Bandit won't have it. Still on the ball though, as And his Space Eggs don't take control. And here's a Cookstier pinch. Is that on target? It is. And Sinister Eggs racing to get there. We've seen a couple moments of brilliance from TBD Generational Talent. Clearly, they've been practicing some mechanical plays in their spare time. As off the corner, Popeyes won't have it! In front of the nets, cleared away by Sinister Eggs. TBD Generational Talent getting so close to that goal that they're desperately looking for, but they haven't hit it yet. As Worst Glider, not very far away here. Sinister Eggs keeps it in, and Jacob's whiffed on it! It's a wide open net for Popeyes. And one that he'll want back, because that was not a hard touch in front of his own net. And now a 2-goal lead as NES Space Eggs looking to make the reverse sweep happen starting in Game 3. Well, Generational Talent are not going to make it so easy here as... Oh, J-Caps just missed. It's a wide open net as a demo will leave the net open and... Oh, it's bounced across the line! It's still in front and Bandit will cling on to life as he sends it away from the net. Generational Talent almost went down by 3 there. Actually, a 3-goal lead is insurmountable at this point. And then he has Space Eggs still on the attack. Much more confident this game. That early goal really helped them here. As a miss, Bandit will score. Well, the mistakes are still there. NES Space Eggs whiffing in the midfield, and Sinister Eggs needs to make that touch. Fairface doesn't have enough boost to recover. And TBD Generational Talents are 1 goal behind at this point. As Bandit. The dribble. Bandit still looking for the bump. Will not get there. Doesn't have enough boost. But it is still in front of the net. And everybody from Space Eggs is just going to work to get that thing out. As J-Caps. Worst Rider. Oh, he missed it. Worst Glider missed. That was a great chance to score. And the orange side still searching for that second goal to tie this game. They'll roll in front. Sinister Eggs. Kept high towards the net. Saved out as this ball continues to move. I'm running low though, and Generational Talent know that. Just looking for any play in front of the net, anything that can be given to them, but Space Eggs have made a lot less rotational errors this game. It has definitely shown defensively as that shot's high. Sinister Eggs doesn't even go for it. But he'll have room to get that ball out. Only 1 player back, that being Bandit, who will keep out Fifth Ace. In front, J-Caps to clear. Bandit past Sinister Eggs. This one's open, and it will be a tied game. Bandit pulled out Sinister Eggs, who was desperate looking for that 3-1 lead. A risk that will go poorly for NES Space Eggs. And TBD Generational Talent have now given themselves a chance to win the series in 3 games. Less than a minute to go, but Generational Talent only need 1 more goal to you really feel like to lock this game down. With the way that they've been playing as J-Caps. Worst Glider. That is straight in front of the net for Sinister Eggs. And he'll get around Bandits. Still Sinister Eggs. He'll get around J-Caps. Missed there by Worst Glider. Bandit keeps it out, and that is going to be an awkward bounce for Space Eggs to handle. They'll clear this one away. Sinister Eggs has time, but has players all around him here. TBD not making this easy for NES Space Eggs late in this game. We may have overtime, unless things change quickly here. Maybe a dramatic end to what has been so far a pretty close series. It's pretty dramatic. It was pretty close in Game 2, ending in a 1-goal difference. Here late, looking for their last chance. TBD Generational Talent look to keep it alive. In front of the goal. Save away by Fifth Ace. And this will hit the ground for overtime. TBD Generational Talents are 1 goal away from winning their first series, from having the first series win of the season. to make the comeback against Space Eggs this game. Now they look to finish them off. 2 go. Free room for Sinister Eggs, who just punts this one upfield. Clear back by Bandits. Generational talent. I've never had this good of a chance before. Maybe they can just do it here. Save away. Popeyes keeps NES Space Eggs in it. As here goes Bandit. We'll leave it. This one is on. Save away. Follow-up shot. Oh, and Bandit completely missed. The net was there, and he knew it. That was a blown opportunity. And who knows, we may not see them have a chance like that again. Double commit, team bump on the sidewall. Generational Talent have lost that rotation. Now they've got to play some defense. What a great chance they had on the other side of the field. And one that Bandit, really, with the way he's been playing, should not be missing. But they'll go again as... Here the net. Bandit. In front for the worst glider. It's on target. And it's over. TBD, Generational Talent, will have their first series victory of the season against Nebula Esports Space Eggs. 3 games straight. They get the job done. And TBD, after 3 straight weeks of empty-handed losses, this is a major victory for them. And a step towards getting themselves out of that elimination part of their group. A major sweep. What a showing for TBD, Generational Talent. And what a win for them tonight. In overtime in Game 3, it's the worst glider who will have that opportunity and not miss it. For only match of the evening, well, even though it was a sweep, it definitely had its excitement. Yeah, what a showing here for them. That is a major, major victory. As we'll hopefully get them to join us in for a quick little interview. It seems like they want one afterwards, so we'll get them to join us this evening. But again, a 3-0 sweep. Big win for this team at this point in the season. So, again, we'll get them to join us here in just a moment. But again, what a big victory for this team. 3 games straight. As hopefully we'll get him to join us here in just a moment. Thank you, by the way, for the follows that we've had all tonight. Thank you for the follow there. Dilla, thank you for the follow there, Dilla. Welcome in to the Spodia stream. As we'll quickly get a interview. It seems like we're going to have Bandit join us at the very least. Give me a moment. Hopefully we'll get him in to join us. For what will be an interview at the end of the match that we've had. There's a lot of other matches happening here. As there we go. We'll join him in here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello there, everybody. Nice to see you all. As well here, Bandit, J-Caps, and Worst Glider. A field sweep. It's Your first win of the season, and a big one at that, against NES Space Eggs. Bandit, this has been a couple weeks in the making. How you feel now? You finally have broken through the demons and gotten a victory this season.
I just feel good. I mean, just to know that we're still back in playoff contention and it's not all over.
Oh, it never was over. That's for certain for you guys this season. But tonight against Space Eggs, it was. Who's got a microwave running in the background? Is that a? I'm assuming that's a fan. I'm assuming that's a fan, not a microwave.
Yeah.
It's all right. Well, speaking of that fan, J-Caps. Again, what a night it has been here. 3 games straight against NES Space Eggs. It was that first game, and really was one-sided for you guys, but those last 2 games were kind of close. Talk to me what you guys had to do to kind of keep things together, because especially in that first game, you guys had a bit of awkwardness around each other in those rotations, but as you kept things going, you guys really had a lot of trust in each other. Talk to me about being able to keep that trust throughout the season, because it's so tough to do that as a team after having lost 3 weeks in a row.
Yes, it's personally my father. He kept our team up. He was a main supporter of us. So it's shout out to my father. He's asleep right now, so we can't tell him about the win. But he's been keeping us going. He's been telling us strategies as somebody. He's played basketball on a team, so he's told us different strategies to keep our head in the game, and we just use those strategies to our advantage.
Well, you've gotta love that one there. As well. Always got to support those who support you as well. And Worst Glider coming into this one. Feel sweep, it was your goal that won it in Game 3 OT. Talk to me about the moments there. Talk to me about the immediate feelings you had after that goal, because after so many weeks of just coming up short, it's gotta feel so relieving to get that goal, to get the final goal, and to finally get your team a win. And as Bandit said so well here, give you guys a really good chance to make it in the playoffs.
Well, after that goal, it's really just like kind of reminding me that, it's not all for nothing and that we're still in this. Yeah.
Absolutely. You're not out of this thing just yet here. The battle is still there, still ongoing. Well, again, congrats on your Frio sweep here tonight here. TBD Generational Talents. Clearly a generational performance from all of you here tonight, and I'm sure you're going to look to do more of it as we go into the second half of the season. We always do shoutouts here, obviously. J-Caps has already started on the shoutouts, so J-Caps, if you have anyone else you want to shout out other than your father, please tell us here. We're going to go through all of you, by the way, so don't worry.
Yeah, my brother Bandit. The Worst Glider Fog, of course, and truly everybody supported me. My mom, my sister, everybody who kept me going in my org and outside of my org. I just want to give a special shout out to them. It's truly great to see.
Of course, we'll now move to the Worst Glider. Do you have anything you want to say? Any shout outs? Anybody out there you want to thank?
I guess I would really like to thank, my entire family, these two. Really just reminded me to keep going, never to give up. So yeah.
Of course, and we'll end things off with Bandit here. Your first win of the season. Do you have anyone else you want to thank for continuing to support you guys in your endeavors to make it into that top 6 and into the playoffs at the end of the season?
Yeah, just my family. It was hefty ride, especially my father. It's very, very good having him as I call him my life coach, and just keeping us in line and just giving us, the strategies we used in like game 2, just staying back in that and ended up winning that game. So just a big shout out to him and my team.
Well, of course, and congratulations to all of you here, Bandit, J-Caps, and the Worst Glider, on your victory tonight's TBD Generational Talents are starting to...
I do have one more thing to say, though.
Of course, what do you want to say?
Anything is possible. I just want to make sure that everybody hears that anything is possible, and you can dream and be what you want.
Of course, here is, again, thank you all so much for joining. Well, you guys are one step closer to that top 6, to that final bracket. Congrats on your win this evening, and good luck in the rest of the season. Clearly, you guys have what it takes, and you're putting it all together. I'm sure you guys are going to be in that top 6 by the end of the season, so have an amazing rest of your evening. Take care, and hopefully we'll get to see you on stream again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was TBD Generational Talent there. What a big victory for them as well. And what a night it has been. Congrats to them. That's a big 3-0 sweep for them. One that they desperately needed this season, and one that will get them one step closer to that final bracket. As you heard there, so well said as well in that interview by J-Caps. Anything is possible for this team, and if they're able to keep getting wins, playoffs will be... They'll definitely be able to make it into the playoffs, as long as they keep playing like they did tonight, keep getting those wins. But for now, we'll just have to... we'll just have to wait and see as the season continues onward. Again, congrats to them. Big ups on the victory here. And we're gonna get a quick interview out here. There are other people that are live right now. Go get a raid out to a good friend of mine. Thank you all so much for joining the Sportiest stream this evening and for all that we have had show up so far. So take care and be well, everybody. It was great to see you all join the stream. Take care. Have an amazing rest of your night. We'll see you again very soon with more Rocket League action.